So, hello and welcome everyone. This is 42nd episode of TLB author interview series, and we have a very young voice here with us, Jannateliza, with her debut novel, You Were the Flower I Never Plucked. So, Jannat, thank you so much for joining us, and please go ahead and introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hello everyone, myself Jannateliza. I am a student. I am a 16-year-old and I have written a novel named You Were the Flower I've Never Plucked, and then I write silly stuff and poetry in my drafts, and then I complete my assignments very late.
Okay, so for all the viewers, here's a good news for you. One lucky viewer who leaves genuine, meaningful comments on the live is gonna get one copy of the author's book by herself as a gift. And so let your thoughts bloom like author's poetry, and maybe you'll take home her words in your heart. So now let's dive into the conversation and explore the heart behind the poems. And so my first question to you, Jannat, is that the title of your book is incredibly poetic. So what does your You Were the Flower I Never Plucked symbolize for you?
For me, that that whole line is something actually, to be honest. I had someone and they left, but I mean the consequences and time were actually not in our hands. So I felt like for that title, after that, I need to keep him with me, and for that stuff, I wrote that title.
So it's an emotional thing for you.
Yeah, it's very close to my heart, to be honest.
Okay. So was there a specific person or moment that inspired this collection?
Yes, as I said, there was a person. Actually, there is still. I mean, every moment with him, and like his whole existence is the meaning of the book.
So may we know who that person is?
Actually, that was a long distance friend of mine. I don't know if anyone can watch this, okay? But like as I said, the consequences and time were not in our hands. So like he wanted me, I wanted him, but then everything happened so fast that the destiny wasn't ready for everything.
So which poet from the book reflects your heart the most and why?
Which poem reflects? I feel like the one where I forgive people when they never asked for an apology. I mean, like, it's like, I can forgive people. It's not about like moving on without forgiving them, that stuff. It was hard because they were asked for an apology, and then forgiving people without apology is the hardest thing I've ever done, because I need apologies, bro.
Yeah, we do need apologies and closure. Yeah.
Well, people never understand it.
Yeah, please continue.
And people never understand this stuff, like that moving on stuff without like forgiving them, like it's like forgetting something that someone has done to you, and they have never been sorry for that, even if it's your own family.
Exactly. I totally get it. So what emotions were the hardest to put into words during when you were writing this poetry collection?
I feel like everything, whatever is written in that book, is actually very close to me. It's like I have poured my emotion in that. Every single stuff I wanted to shout and say, I've written that in words, and it was my escape, to be honest. Like I was in 6th class when I first ever wrote my first quote. So it was in my math class as I wrote in that post, and the teacher was teaching and she made me stand up, and I was like, yeah, this is what I was made for. Max is always doing that stuff to me.
You were too young to write a quote. So what did you write?
I still remember that line. I even wrote that in my book. That book was not for the girl who I am today. It was for the girl who I was. So maybe it might look cringe and silly and stuff, but that was not who I am. That was for the girl I was. I wanted to protect it, and I don't have regrets. I never do, actually. I'm that kind of girl, but the only regret I'll have my lifetime is I never protected myself from the stuff I got to know, I have experienced in my childhood.
Okay. That's very strong of you to comment like on yourself.
Yeah, I remember that quote. It was, his ship
Yeah.
sank, mine is still sinking due to him.
Oh my God.
And that was
That is
so lit.
that. Yeah, that is a deep one.
I know, I was still in 6th class, like my 5th was ending.
So, what do you want your readers to feel when they finish reading your book?
I don't want anyone to feel anything. I mean, we all have different kinds of emotions and stuff, but I just want them to feel something. Even if a line of my book, even it hits them like, yeah, that's me, that's so relatable. Oh God, I've been blessed. Like, I just want them to be to be felt visible, to be seen, because the only thing, I mean, I am always been surrounded by people here, there, so I never get time for myself. But even being in a room full of people, I feel like I'm the most lonely person in the world. So I just want them to be visible and seen. I don't want anyone to be overlooked, because I know how that feels like, even when you're surrounded.
Exactly. And your main aim is to make the readers feel relatable and visible to your poetry collection.
Yeah, like that's what I've written. It should feel like a warm hug from a closest person you have ever known.
Okay, that's so sweet of you. Because writing kind of the experience we faced in our life, and writing it down, jotting it down is really kind of difficult.
Yeah,
And you did that very well.
I know. But being a
So
writer, what?
yeah.
Being a writer kind of sucks, like it feels like emotional intelligence can mirrors you others' pain, but it shows you yours too. So at the same time, you have to handle yourself and others' emotions too. So it's like not like that people pleaser kind of stuff. I am not. My personality is not at all sweet. If you will know me in IRL, I am not at all sweet in real life. I feel like nobody is born to be disrespected. I mean, we are honored to be born
Yeah,
as a human. Yeah.
I completely agree with you. And visiting your own fears and experiences while you are writing for the readers is very like commendable thing you did.
Yeah.
So why did you choose poetry over other forms of writing?
No, I didn't choose poetry. Poetry chose me. It's like I write every kind. I'm writing novels. I'm in a whole 3-volume set. I have American agent. We are doing that stuff together. I am learning for my. But poetry came in without knocking. Like, I didn't know poetry was my kind of stuff, because I was the most rebel kid, the most emotional, most cold-hearted person I've ever known was myself. But then I didn't know that poetry was my escape for everything. So it's something I'll forever choose for myself.
So it was a unplanned thing that you did?
Absolutely. I never thought I would be a writer, nor did my family, bro. Like, they are still in shock that my daughter is a writer. Oh, we are proud. I mean, that's like a reaction to them that is emotionless.
Okay, that's even more interesting to know that it was all unplanned and you totally succeeded in doing that thing.
I guess so.
So, do you follow a writing routine, or is it more of a spontaneous kind of thing?
No, I don't follow any routine. I mean, everything is spontaneous, unplanned. My whole life is unplanned, bro. Like, if I want to plan a whole writing routine for me, maybe it will be when I'll grow old with no kids and I'll be in a Paris apartment, sitting in an old house in Paris, and then maybe then I'll have a routine, but not now.
So you just write whenever you feel like writing?
I write when anything hits me. Like when I see someone from the slums and they are sitting near a park or something and they beg, I write for them. I write for myself too. It's not like that. But I don't want to change people with thoughts. I even want to change lives. So I don't know how to describe that stuff.
That's very good to hear. So, which poets or writers inspire you the most?
For me, sometimes I feel like I'm Dostoevsky in the night time and Kafka in the day, because I sometimes I'm the greatest and the best person I've ever known, and sometimes I'm the worst and weirdest human anybody knows. So Dostoevsky in the night and Kafka in the daytime. I even love Sylvia Plath and then Rumi, Faraz. I hear everything. मेरी हिंदी बहुत खराब है, मेरी उर्दू भी बहुत खराब है, but then I like people who write stuff from their heart, like straight heart to heart stuff. No extra exaggerative words and all. Like क्या जी की writer थी ना, Ruby. What's her name? I don't know. There's a short poetry writer. I don't know her name.
Okay, we shouldn't name.
Yes, bro. This is recorded. This has been recorded, right?
Yeah, it is being recorded.
So sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
So, being an author, have you ever felt overlooked or underestimated in the literary world? Yeah, like you are so young and people might always just overlook you or take you for granted.
I have been overlooked all the time, bro, because it's always the responsible kid who everybody overlooks. Like I don't have to worry, she will take care of herself. I'm that kid, the most. I can do anything for myself, and everybody knows this stuff. So I'm been overlooked for my whole life. So I guess that is all the time thing. But like I guess being overlooked and underestimated motivates me all the time, because I feel like if that color is blue and anybody gets irritated if that is pink, I'll say that is pink. I mean, that's my personality. So it gives me light, when somebody underestimates me or overlooks me, it brings something inside me. I don't know what that is, but I feel like I'm lighted up again. So that hits me. It's not demotivating thing.
Okay. Oh, so how did your family react when they found out that you were writing a book or you are writing a poetry collection or something?
So actually they knew. As I said, I was in 5th and 6th as I started. Now I'm in 11th. So
yes,
they were kind of, I guess they knew, but they thought that I will be writing Instagram posts and quotes and all. I mean, all this. So from my 5th, I'm actually writing Instagram posts and quotes. So they actually thought that's a silly thing for me, that it's a hobby. It will go by time. But then I never knew how close I was to poetry and how familiar it was to me. But then I told my parents. We discussed. We talked. So they saw something in me. They told me about the poetry kind of stuff. So I guess it worked out. I mean, they're still in shock that sometimes they don't believe their daughter is. I mean, my mummy bolte ki I never knew how old you become to me. I mean, मुझे पता ही नहीं चला कि तुम इतना जल्दी कैसा बड़े हो गए. But then it's all life and we grow up. Sometimes people grow up so fast.
yeah, but you never grow up for your parents. You're always a child for them.
Maybe not.
Okay. So how would you describe your younger self in one sentence?
Maybe, I don't know, this younger self thing is always very, emotional to me.
You are still young, so you can just describe your current state of life.
No, I don't think so. I mean, my mental age is something else. I feel like my own parents me, so this is personal, bro. I feel like if I would say anything to my younger self, it will be, she thinks that she thinks that the world is so sweet and the Disney movie kind of stuff, but it's not. So
Yeah.
I feel sad that I never protected her. I mean, I feel sad that I never protected myself, but I know a side that is past of me will be so proud of me for who I am and who I'll be.
Okay. So what's your guilty pleasure after a long day? Music, Netflix, or food?
Music, Netflix, or food. Okay, so I feel like if we talk about songs, it's Lana Del Rey and stuff and that very but it will be Netflix a day.
Yeah.
A whole day I will be on Netflix, and then my favorite person will be beside me, and I only need nachos and popcorns, and that will be the best part of my life, because Netflix is very emotional to me.
Cool. So how do you juggle school, social life, and your writing dreams?
Okay, so it's very hard to be honest. With my social life, it's extremely hard, bro. I can't describe that. But as we say, can you repeat the question?
Like, how do you juggle school, social life, your school life, and your writing dreams?
I don't know how should I juggle them up to be honest, but I cope up with them a bit. I do my assignments late, as I said. I'll tease professors and then I'll do my work. But at the same time, I can feel their emotion and I'll write poetry on their pain, bro. I don't know how I'll cope up with that, but I hope so I can. I don't know how I should.
You just cope up with them. No need to like balance all of them.
No, bro, I don't believe in balancing, to be honest. I believe in partiality.
Well, good enough. So, if you could switch lives with one of the fictional characters for a day, who would it be and why?
Switching life with one of the fictional characters. I love fictional characters. I'm obsessed with that, whatever, Atlas, Corrigan, or whatsoever. I read fiction, but I would not like to switch my life with anyone because who I am today and the thing I have been grown up with, I would not like to switch my life with anyone because I know what I am. So, bro, no. It's no. I mean, it's not like
do that. If you get a chance, you would never do that if you get a chance in your life.
I would never because I love what I am, who I am, and the lifestyle I live. So, no, bro, no.
Fair enough. That's a very good answer. I first time heard, like, I have asked this question to many authors in the past, and every time I got a different answer. But yours one is the most unique answer. I really liked it.
That's so sweet of you.
So, what's your current obsession? A book, a song, or a trend, or like a snack or something?
Everything. I eat nachos 24/7. Songs, I hear everything, but it should have a good taste, bro. I don't know if that's a valid answer, but this is me. And then if we say about book, my first book was The Diary of Anne Frank, and that will be my forever favorite thing because that was my first book from my school library, but it has always been my favorite. I don't know why, because that book has a chapter in it, and when she kisses her roommate, it's not about kissing her roommate, but I love the way that time poetry hit me, to be honest. Yeah, that's how I was introduced to poetry actually. So that chapter, I still have that book in front of me. So that chapter I was reading it and it was so extremely poetic. Oh my god, believe me, that's a serious level of poetry. What she wrote. I mean, every little word, it was like something. I felt that is poetry for me.
Okay, I think the Diary of Anne Frank, I even read it in my 10th standard. This book was in my academic books, one of my academic books. Yeah, it was one of my academic books. So I do remember reading it. There's also a comment that such a cheerful soul she is. That's for you, Jannat.
Thank you so much. I'm not cheerful, to be honest.
You are cheerful, by the way.
So I might seem like a brightest soul in the room, but I might write the grieviest poems ever.
Sometimes the happiest write the saddest words.
Yes, very true.
Very true. Yeah. So, do you plan to pursue writing full time, or is there any other career you are aiming for?
Writing all the time is not something I'll do because there is no scope, to be honest. I would love to do that as an American author, but there is no scope being an Indian, so I don't think. But maybe if I'll get a chance, it's a 0.1% hope, but I am not aiming for writing full time. I do have I'm studying law currently, so glad.
Okay, so you would not like to work as a full time writer?
I would not like to work. I don't have that much time.
Yeah, why do you think that Indian writers don't have like a scope, as you said?
Because this is a very not wanting opinion, but the thing is, Indians don't read books. They don't have much literature concept stuff, but the thing is people don't read in India, and we got introduced by American authors. My first book was by Colin Hoover. Colin Hoover. I mean, I laugh whenever I talk about her. So Colin Hoover, but it is what it is. My first book was It End With Us. That was Ryle and Lily. So that was very fascinating to me at the very starting, but then grief hit me, life hit me, and I knew what it actually was.
Okay,
So I don't.
but for your information, there are a lot of like Hindi literature books that if you want to read in your life, so you can definitely go ahead. There are really good books out in there
Have that
by
one.
Indian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Khalil Hassan something and something. Yeah.
uh, uh, that is no, he is not Indian author. He's from.
He's not India. He's not Indian.
No, I don't think so. It's no, he's not, I guess.
We don't have idea, bro.
Yeah, and also there are a lot like Premchand ji and other like Javed Akhtar's poetry collection. You can definitely go for that.
Have them very much motivating quotes, right? Oh my god, I'm blessed to have him in my 10th.
Yeah, there are very beautiful books. So I think people are more into reading in India and in the current or like recent years. There is a lot, and there's been a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of people are reading books. So
Yeah.
I think it will get better with time.
It will get better. I know.
Yeah. So what's been the most unexpected part of publishing your first book?
Oh my god, everything has been unexpected. I never knew it would take 8 months to completely publish a book. It's like editing was a hell, formatting, proofreading. I mean, I escaped from a hellhole, bro. But it was all, such a great journey to me. I mean, every little thing I've enjoyed and stuff. But it will be an emotion as it's my first book, and at 16 I've written it at 14, so
First book always hits different. Be it
bro.
like let it not be read by the people. Let it be like the only one copy sold, but it will always be close to your heart. I completely get your point. So, what advice would you give to the younger creative artists or the writers who are afraid to share their work?
I mean, why to be afraid to share your work? It's your opinion, and I feel like social media is for that stuff. I mean, I said that to my many of my friends. I mean, like, if you publish or post something on the social media, bro, you should be ready to get criticism at the same time appreciation, because we give our opinion, people give us back their opinion. So just enjoy it. Why exaggerate it, bring a whole controversy out of stuff, and be a rebel kid? So social media is what it is. I mean, if you have posted a video or a picture or something like that, and you keep the comment section open, and then somebody will say, oh bro, you're so beautiful, and the other, oh, she's having a mole on her face. Bro, get that same thing. You have a mole, that's it. You have that. Why to exaggerate and fight for it? Social media is both for criticism and appreciation, and for the young authors out there, bro, there's no need to worry. Don't be feared up and stuff. Life gets hard and it will be solved. Just enjoy what you have, because being cringe is being free.
Yeah. Okay. So don't let people get in your head. Like,
no, write whatever you want. Opinions matter, and at the same time they don't. It's onto you how you take them and how you let that grow onto you.
Totally right. Yeah. So what's next after this work? Another poetry collection, or maybe something different, a different genre?
Yeah, as I said, I'm writing a whole 3-volume book, so it's still in my draft in my laptop. I will. It's like a circle for me: poetry, reading, writing, and then again poetry. So I don't know. Maybe in future we'll get to know.
Okay.
I am planning this many, but I don't have any time.
So may you get a lot of time, and may you complete your books soon and be here with us for the next time. Yeah, so
Uh,
how has your experience been with TLB until now?
and not with TLB, it's with you. To be honest, you are a part of TLB community, so I
Yeah,
will.
yeah, I am a part of it.
So it's been actually great, to be honest. Honest, I would like to work with you guys in future too, because first time about our first interview, it got cancelled by me only. So actually, to be honest, my grandma was in ICU and she was in ICU for 10 days, and then she got discharged after 2 months. Now she's at my home. Recently, she came to home, so it was very hard. But the way you cooperated with me and everything, it was very mesmerizing.
Oh, thank you so much. And it's okay. It was a serious situation. I hope she's better
Yeah,
now.
she's better.
Okay, so as a member of TLB, as a manager of TLB, we are looking forward to work with you in the future. So that was it for today, and it was a really, really, really cheerful time I had with you. You are a really good personality. I really like your nature, and you are cheerful. Just keep being the same, stay the same. Don't let
So,
your shine dull by the world. And yeah, that was it for today.
it
Okay,
was this for you.
okay.
Thank you
To
so
all,
much.
yeah, to all the viewers who stayed tuned, thank you so much for your comments and for staying tuned with us. This was it for today. We'll see you next time with another story and another uh, author. Till then, you can pick up the book You Are the Flower I Never Plucked and go ahead, read the book. You will not
Please read it.
regret it. Yeah.
I need to
So,
mark it.
okay. That was it. Thank you so much, Jannat. It was really good to have you here.